What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to try, maybe we're going to try to work on the HFCRX a little bit more. We're going to go to Home Depot right now and pick up some self-etch primer and some primer to repair the rust in the HFCRX. That guy right there. Gucci. I just packed all my tools in the trunk because we're actually going to take a little detour to my buddy Herb's work site. His wagon broke the clutch pedal, which is very common for these 80-year-old cars, and Leo actually dropped him off another clutch pedal assembly yesterday, and he needs help to put it in his car. So I got all my tools loaded up because his tools were stolen, and I'm gonna head over there after Home Depot to give him a hand and see what else we get into today. One of my best junkyard finds ever, $15 Momo steering wheel. Rust reformer, empty. I bought a couple new wire wheel because mine are really small and like pretty worn out. So I got two of them, and I got this Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer. Use on heavily rusted metal. So this is more for like actual rust, not actually cleaning the rust. It says use on heavily rusted metal. Although I am going to clean the rust anyway, this is nice to have for, like, I don't know, something that's rusted around the house and I don't want to clean up or whatever. I can spray this on there, so nice to have this on the shelf. I did get some semi-gloss protective enamel Rust-Oleum white, and this is going to be like on top of the repaired area. So they didn't have any rust reformer, but I could just use pour 15 on it if I wanted to. But if I knock all of the rust out of the way, I can epoxy prime it or etch prime it and then just lay the paint over. It shouldn't be a big deal. So right now I'm gonna grab some food and I'm gonna head over to Herb's work job. We're out here at Herb's job, and his wagon it's out of commission. So explain a little bit why you don't have a fender on the car, because you know what I'm saying, he's trying to keep it a secret, but I'm gonna throw him under the bus.
Put me on blast like that,
because we all need to know why he's driving around with no damn fender.
Well, I busted an axle, and basically the next morning...
Oh, so you didn't even tell me that the axle was the issue why it caused...
Well,
oh no, you did the axle. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
I got it confused.
Because I couldn't get it seated all the way. Remember? Yeah. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, but so replace the axle and then hand tighten the lug nuts. Next morning.
What?
Yeah, next morning I was like, oh, I gotta test it, make sure it's driving cool. Forgot to torque them down. You know, gotta give it the UGGA, and yeah, it kind of messed up my fender.
See, what had happened was when he was driving, right, the wheel is supposed to be here, not realizing that his wheel was actually over there. Yeah, that's the story behind that. Apparently now you got some baller stuff on the way. Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen it on Facebook, or if you guys follow Slimeball. He makes these carbon fiber hood for the wagon, and he just came out with
fenders,
carbon fiber fenders.
Yes, sir. I'm
gonna plug Slimeball just because it's pretty cool. I can't afford it though, but it's pretty cool. If you guys are looking for carbon fiber hood or fenders, hit up Slimeball Built. The guy's like the plug for aftermarket wagon panels, I guess, and it's cool that he's doing that because we for years didn't have anything for the wagons. So anyways, we're here at Herb's place, and your pedal assembly broke.
Yep. If you can tell, look right down there, look how far away the clutch is from the...
It's not going straight, it is going that way. So his pedal broke, his clutch is not engaging, and big shout out to Leo because Leo scored this in the junkyard.
Yes, sir.
A couple days ago, and he came out here to deliver it to Herb. And what we're going to be doing today right now is pretty much swapping the pedal assembly. Now it's kind of funny that this is kind of bent in some ways because it is not straight at all, but that's just a clutch switch. And what year is your car?
This one's an 89.
This is an 89 has a clutch switch. So I mean, if we have to, we'll bypass. If not, if we can get this nice and straight, you know, we'll make that clutch switch work. It is 3:41 and your gate closes at
4:30.
4:30. Damn. All right, so I'm just gonna get right to it, guys. I'm gonna drop the steering column first. There's 4 12 mil, 1 2 3 4, and then there's 2 in the back. You can't see it. There's 2 right here on the top, a little bracket that holds the shaft up. That's gonna allow the steering column to drop. And I removed the fuse box, which is 2 10 mils, 1, 2, to get that out of the way once this drops. And that's gonna open up pretty much the access to all of the 12 that are sitting back here. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me show you guys here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the most bitch one is this one right here, because there's a vent tube that sits on the on the top right here that I'm gonna have to pry out of the way to get to this nut. And like I said, I'm just gonna jump right to it. Should be pretty simple. We got a clutch cable on the top, and we also have the booster that goes to the brake pedal right here. So not a lot of space down here to show you guys. I'm just gonna plow right through it. All right guys, so we got the pedal assembly out, and you can see the most common area that these pedal break in is right here on that stud. Normally I just pop this out, straighten it up, and then reinforce it, like weld all of this, weld it on the back side, and I would plate it from here to there, so that way this doesn't go, you know, pushing out. So this one is cracked a lot more than I normally see it, and looks like somebody tried to weld it up before, and Herb's big ass legs destroyed this one. So
the power shifts, baby.
Yeah, with them steel toes on, boy. Anyways, the pedal assembly for the EF are almost practically the same. I think there's some differences between the throttle pedal with the throttle cable that goes to the throttle body. This might be different between the 8889 and 9091. I'm not 100% certain because I don't really change this too much. I normally just pop mine off, repair mine, throw it back in. Everything fits the same way. But if you look closely, practically identical. All the bow holes exactly the same sensors. And I think the only thing I'm going to need to swap from this to that is just a little rubber for the clutch switch, because this one doesn't have one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reverse the process, guys, and try to get this knocked out before we get locked in. Let's get to it. 4:53. Me and Herb had some story time and shit, so just got everything all buttoned back up. Everything seems to be fitted up like it should, and the clutch feels normal, brakes working, pedals throttling. But I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this car on real quick and make sure that the clutch and everything engages like it should. Now I've owned a wagon for quite some times, and your seat sits a lot lower than mine.
It's called being worn in.
Worn in. So hopefully the clutch pedal sensor is working. Make sure it's not in gear. Can't turn the car on. Clutch down. There it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and brakes. I mean, what were you saying about the brakes?
I felt like the brake fluid built up.
It's going down. Feels good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just run through the gears. We got gears. We got reverse. Has your clutch pedal always released at the top?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that's normal.
Yeah.
So the other thing that feels weird to me right now is that it is super high on the clutch release, but there's literally no play on the clutch adjustment at the transmission. This car has an aftermarket clutch cable, which I really dislike, which has been working for you, but there's really no clutch adjustability with the knob. It's literally maxed out. I literally had to pull the bracket off, put the cable onto the arm, and then bolt the bracket back up, and it's already tensioned, so the clutch release is kind of high. We did the clutch in this car, right?
Huh?
It was this car we did the clutch in. Yeah, we did trans swap and clutch swap a long time ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so at the end of the day, we got all the gears. It's definitely moving forward. So Herb is pretty much ready to rock and roll. Actually, you know, just leave the car warming up a little bit. Yeah. Been sitting here for a couple of days. Still straight piped?
Still straight, yeah.
No mames.
Hey, that's our next project. That's a big project.
That's the next project. The next project was supposed to be the multi-point conversion.
Ah, you're right. I still have.
How many years?
Hey, so
How many years? 3 years. I sold him all of the multi-point conversion parts that came out of this car, and he still freaking hasn't done it.
Don't look at me like this.
Boss said to make sure that it's locked. All right.
Match up the holes.
Bam.
Ain't going nowhere.
You only get one shot. Don't mess it up.
There we go. Look at that.
All right. Let me double check it for you before you get chewed out tomorrow. Boss, gates locked. We're Gucci. We're Gucci.
Hell yeah.
So, anyways, I gotta get home because it's about to freaking rain. I think it says it's gonna rain until like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. I could be wrong, but look at the clouds. It's gonna freaking rain. I ain't got windshield wipers.
Mine are falling apart.
Drive safe, man.
I will. I'll be right behind you.
See you on Friday.
Okay.
I'll see you on Friday. So I think I'm not gonna do really too much when I get home. I'm just gonna clean up, and we're gonna be headed to Herb's place on Friday because he has a second wagon, which was his actual daily commuter that took a dump not too long ago, and I'm gonna go over there on Friday to diag that car. So we're gonna pick up with this video on Friday. So guys, we are out here at Herb's house. You guys should have seen this car. We fixed it the other day, and the clutch, I heard you slipping that clutch pretty crazy on the freeway, dude.
Oh, I was getting used to it, bro.
So the thing was the reason why your car was sounding like it was over revving is because you were clutching all the way down, where you only had to touch it a little bit.
Yeah, that was my thing. Like, I didn't realize.
So you're like,
that's like when it was broken, I had to go all the way.
Oh, so it's been broken for a minute.
Yeah. And
okay.
So now with it being like that, like
normal,
I didn't realize.
And I was at the top.
Had to butterfly it real quick, you know, just.
How'd it go again? How'd it go again?
Just little.
Hey, I used to have those.
Just tappa.
Yeah, but yeah, when we got on the freeway, this thing was like over revving because he was so used to the clutch being all the way at the bottom because the pedal was, you know, kind of like broken one direction. And now that the clutch pedal is sitting nice and straight up, the cable is kind of like, I feel like it's
maxed out. Basically.
It's like pre-engaging or pre-disengaging the clutch, where it's at the very top before it catches. We did put a clutch in here. It was new, and I mean, you don't race this car. It's just a commuter, so I doubt the clutch is slipping, and I don't think it is. I really think it's just the aftermarket clutch cable. But regardless, the car runs, and it made it home.
Yep, made it run
today.
Here. Yeah.
Today we're working on this. This is the freaking beater. I mean,
she's the day.
This is literally beaten up. Look at this. Good Lord. Oh my God. I think this is the first time I've seen this car, and what's funny is that this car is actually painted the same color as the Flip RX.
Yeah.
Charcoal mist metallic.
Yep.
Literally the same freaking color as my car. So I mean, like, Herb, you know, if you ever want to repair this, I do have like half a gallon of freaking same color paint. We can, I don't know, just throwing it out there, guys. What we're here for is we're trying to figure out what is going on with the engine. So what had happened before it came here?
Basically, she was throwing a whole bunch of smoke. I'd driven
out the back?
Yeah, white smoke out the back.
Oof.
I had driven her all the way up to King City the night before. Fucking ran great. And then next morning, went to work, a little choppy, throwing out some smoke, and then coming home from work, all of a sudden, like, I'm just gassing on people. I felt horrible. I mean, not going fast, obviously, but just...
I mean, you was gassing me this thing too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess it runs in the wagon show here.
Yeah, but this was like a...
But at the end of the day, this car stopped turning on.
Yeah, it's not even turning on.
Okay,
right now.
so like, kind of when he called me that day, I was like, all right, well, case scenario, white smoke, you know, not having the power and all that stuff. I immediately thought, like, all right, maybe a head gasket went out or something. And the simplest way to check would have been pull the spark plugs out, which you haven't had time to really do.
Not really.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to diag and figure out if the head gasket is blown or not, because think about it, if there's coolant in the combustion chamber, it's gonna blow out your sparks. It won't turn on the car if it's really bad. Did you pull this out, or did you drain it, or what'd you do?
I tried draining it, yeah.
Okay, so another simplest way is to turn it on and see if there's bubble coming out of the cooling system, but what he said was the car wasn't turning on anymore. So unfortunately we don't have a compressor, so we can't do a leak down test to really diag to see if the head gasket might be the issue. The only thing I brought with me is a compression tester and obviously my tools. First and foremost, I want to check timing, but I'm gonna pull the spark plugs first. So I'm gonna grab my tools and start tearing into it and see what we find. This right here is spark plug 1, right? Pretty grimy, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but that is like a time cert from that cylinder. You see that other thread that's on top of that spark plug? I think this is the time cert for that hole, and I think that hole is pretty messed up. So this right here doesn't smell like fluid. So this right here doesn't smell like gas. It smells like coolant, and the cylinder is pretty moist down there. This is cylinder number 3. Pretty gunked up if you ask me. And if you look at it, that right there, guys, is freaking coolant. See the green on the inside? That right there, guys, is freaking coolant. Simple indication. Cylinder number 4 looks just like cylinder number 1. It is moist, but also pretty gunky, like the valve cover gasket is leaking. Now, to easily verify a valve cover gasket leaking, well, behind closed door number 2, we have this freaking hunk of junky looking thing. Oh my goodness. And to be honest with you, you got glasses, Herb. Tell me you don't see metallic on that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there's metallic on there.
Yo.
Not entirely sure where the metallic came from, but I can tell you that 1, we have a lot of oil coming from the oil gasket itself, and 2, we verified that number 3 has coolant in it, which is not good. And I mean, there's really no like further testing to verify if the head gasket is bad. Let's dive a little bit deeper and see what else we find. I kind of do want to check timing as well, but it's gonna need a new head gasket for sure.
Lego.
One thing I forgot to check was looking down the cylinder hole, and let me tell you guys, pretty Christmassy in there, bro. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's literally coolant to the top right there. Yeah, that's I don't know, man. It might have been overheating and then cracked the cylinder walls for that much coolant to be in that cylinder all the way to the spark plug hole. So you might not just have only a head gasket issue, you might have something cracked. The simplest way to really tell is to pull the cylinder head off. So I'm gonna talk to Herb real quick and figure out where this car is going or where it needs to be, and see if we can pull the cylinder head off tonight, right now. Damn, guys, I freaking pried the cylinder head off the block, and not a pretty sight. Check it out. So we got triple the lighting right now, and I want to show you guys this really clearly because it is obviously dark out. Oh, also check out Herb's family home and their Christmas decoration. Boy, look at this. Anyways, cylinder head off the block, and guys, the freaking gasket is deteriorated. It literally came out in chunks. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these are literally chunks of the head gasket. Look at this. Literally fell apart, literally deteriorated. This is all freaking head gasket. Look at this. Look at this one right here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Even inside the hole, that's pure dirt or whatever that is. That's freaking dirt in there. And that gasket is like non-existent. I don't know what to tell you, Herb. This could have been a good block, clean it up and all that, but we have that broken stud in here that's gonna be an issue with torquing the head down. So I I mean, I wish I had single cams in my inventory, man, but I don't. So I don't know what you're gonna do about this situation. Yeah. But it looks like you're gonna need an entire long block to get this car up and going again. Cause I don't know how I'm gonna extract that giant bolt that's in there that literally broke off with a freaking 1/2 inch wrench I was using, 1/2 inch ratchet. Look at that. There's at least 2 inches of threads in the block. So
be more generous to it.
I was trying to, man. You know, the problem is there's no lubrication on it. Look how dry it is, dude. It's freaking dried. But it sucks to say, man. Cylinder head is trash, block is trash, and if you're gonna keep this car, you're gonna have to find another long block. There's nothing I could have done to save that bolt. When I broke it loose with the 1/2 inch, it literally just snapped off. So that's that. But cylinder head on the floor. We're probably going to clean up, and I think that's just going to wrap it up for tonight, because there's nothing we can do right now. So I think it's just on the hunt for another, and
yeah,
you know, he might get rid of the car. I'm not sure yet, but
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. At the end of the day, he already has a wagon. You know, his pride and joy right here, this purple one. You guys probably seen it a couple times in the video. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to get rid of one and still have another. It just sucks that, you know, this could have been preventable, but shit happens. It is what it is. Gotta move on. All right, guys, so when we were at Herb's house the other day, I didn't really end the video because we were just hanging out and checking out his Christmas lights, but I figured we just kind of continue the video here since we got a lead on an engine. So this is the homie John. John is Mike Jones on Instagram, and he's the one with the EF sedan.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? He's kind of one of the reasons why I want an EF sedan, but guys, come to stick around and see what's in store for next year. Anyways, so this guy has a D15 B2. Almost forgot what it is because, you know, I'm not a single cam guy, but this came out of Ryan's car.
Yes, it did.
Ryan has an EF sedan. He's been mobbing for a little bit, but he went B series.
Yep. And
this engine ran great. It was a 5-speed. It's a 5-speed, sorry.
Yep.
And this is a great candidate for Herb's car. And for the price, can't beat it. Met me halfway. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna pay the man up, load this into the van, and probably head back another day. We're gonna get down with the swap into Herb's car, but you know, Herb working a regular job, so we're gonna have to find a free day for him, and then we're gonna get down and try to get his wagon up and going. So we're gonna manhandle this engine. Normally I do it by myself, but you know, I'm gonna manhandle this engine because we got 2 other guys here.
For the record, my wife helped me get this in here.
No, not your neighbor?
No, my wife.
Screw your neighbor, John.
Off top, man.
I don't know. I think Herb watched my video too much. Dude was trying to bear hug it by himself. We don't do that here. If we got hella people, man, we using hella people.
Here, I'm gonna pick it up.
He literally picked it up right now out of the CRV. I'm like, nah, dude, don't do that.
You give the inspiration.
Shimmy it, shimmy it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Herb, we're gonna get that beater up and go and watch.
For real.
Hell yeah, man. Again, man, I appreciate you meeting halfway. But we gonna get your car ready for track or what?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't leave that guy hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, you gonna get your car ready for track or what?
Hell yeah.
The LSV6 still in there or something new?
It's still in there.
Still in there? What we doing different? 2022, bro.
I might just have to run bracket this year.
You know you ain't having fun with no bracket bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie, I just I put rods and pistons.
I saw this guy was not happy at the last event that his car was maxed out with the LS VTEC. Come on, you know I ain't gonna do no damn bracket, bro.
Nah, I got my LS or my B20 VTEC in my Del Sol.
Turbo. Sorry, what?
I got my LS VTEC on motor or B20 VTEC in my Del Sol. Rods, pistons, and cams.
Already in the Del Sol?
Already in. It's already
so
running.
we're racing the Del Sol then?
It's hopefully for the 1260.
You guys want to see the EF sedan, right? Not the Del Sol. Come on. We are back home and we just dropped everything off at Herb's house. Dropped Herb off as well. And we pretty much got a new motor for his daily wagon. So this Friday, this upcoming Friday, we're going to be going back to his place and we're going to swap the engine with the one that's inside the car with the broken stud in hopes of getting his wagon up and going again. Now Herb wanted to donate the car to me, but I don't have space for it because I just picked up the HF CRX. He also wanted to give it to the junkyard because of like life happening and not really having the time to fix the car. But I told Herb, I was like, look man, I'll give you a hand. I'll help you with the car, get it up and running. It could be your commuter again, or at least you can sell it to somebody who needs a commuter. At least have the car up and running to sell it as a running car instead of a shell or giving it to the junkyard. So he decided to do that instead, because big shout out to John. He hit me up with an engine he had from the homie Ryan's car, and he gave us a crazy deal for it. So we went over there to pick it up tonight, and we're gonna be getting that all prepped up to go into the car this upcoming Friday when Herb has his 3-day off. Not much really going on other than trying to help Herb fix his wagon. We got one knocked out, we got one to go. So if you guys enjoyed this video a little bit, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you guys want to see us swap the new engine to his car, or if you guys just want to hang with us the day that we swap that motor into his car, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, we're going to talk about all of this tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.